What's good, guys? It's your boy Ray here. Today I have a very special video for you guys. Today's video I want to talk to you guys about, in my opinion, the top 5 things that successful people do. So before we get into this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe as I continue to make more content for you guys. You know, like I said, my goal for this channel is to create a tribe of elite millennials, guys, girls who are crushing it, whether it's in their career, whether it's down the entrepreneurial path, whatever it may be. Just, you know, I want to create a tribe of hustlers who are like-minded and are all working to achieve higher and higher flights of success. Let's get right into this video. 5 things that successful people do. 5 things that successful people do. Number 1, and I got a list written right here. Number 1, successful people take risk. I'm speaking from personal experience here. If there's one thing that I know that successful people do, is that they take risk and they try different things. And a lot of times, you know, the idea may be crazy, it may be far-fetched, they may do things that other people deem unconventional, risque, and then they end up winning big a lot of the times, and sometimes they don't. But one thing they definitely do is take risks. Something that I've done in my personal life, I've taken a number of different risks throughout the year. I remember my first job I got that led me to live here in San Diego, beautiful San Diego. That first job at TD Ameritrade, which is, if you're familiar, it's a broker-dealer, a finance broker-dealer that deals in the stock market and securities market. I was working at, as a broker there, my first job right out of college in 2017. I worked there for a year and a half. After that first year, I kind of realized that, you know, this isn't what I want to do for the rest of my life. You know, I don't want to sit in a cubicle, dial the phone and you know, do this for the rest of my life. I can do a lot more. And not only can I do a lot more, but in doing a lot more, I can create a lot more wealth for myself. You know, one of the bigger risks that I've took was, you know, I walked into my manager's door, you know, one afternoon and let him know that I was leaving. You know, he asked me, do I have a job backed up? Do I have anything, you know, in queue that I can, you know, start working for? And I said no. You know, I left without any type of job lined up. I just left. Since then, you know, I've been able to accomplish a lot, and I've also failed a lot. The reason I bring that story up is to say that was a big risk. You know, leaving your job without anything lined up to go down an entrepreneurial path is obviously a big risk. But, you know, the people who take those risks and really, you know, burn the boats, as Tony Robbins would say, those are the people who really succeed. In finance, which is the background that I come from, there's the saying that, you know, high risk, high reward. If you want to hit a home run and you know what I'm saying, make a lot of money, you got to invest in more riskier securities, more riskier stock. If you want to be successful, what successful people do is they take risk. They take risk and start that business, take risk and make different investments and maybe companies that are, you know, startup companies that haven't been proven to, you know, generate a consistent type of revenue year after year. So definitely, if you want to be successful, you have to have an appetite for risk. 5 things that successful people do. Number 2, successful people network. I know a lot of you have heard, you know, the saying, your network is your net worth, and, you know, to a large extent, it's actually pretty true. Successful people hang around other successful people. They network with other successful people. It gives you an opportunity to learn from what these other people who are either on your level or more successful than you, learn what they're doing, learn how they operate, learn how they think. Another big thing that you get from networking is, you know, you get opportunities that you may not have normally had if you know, weren't networking. You meet people who can provide you certain avenues and certain ways of thinking that you would not have normally have had unless you had met that person. Knowing high people in high places is definitely a part of being successful and sustaining success. That's why you see a lot of entrepreneurs, they join these entrepreneur organizations where, you know, maybe it's $10,000 a month to be a part of, but it's worth the cost because you're surrounding yourself around people who are like-minded, people who may be on a higher level than you are, and you get the opportunity to be around them, soak up some of what it is that makes that person special and unique, and then implement it in your own field, in your own area of expertise. Number two, what successful people do is they network and they know the value of having a influential and positive network of high people in high places. Number three, out of the 5 things that successful people do, number 3 is successful people add value. Successful people add value. Successful people are they're not going into situations looking for what they can take from the situation. Successful people are going into situations asking, how can I help this person? How can I bring value to this business? How can I bring value to my friends, to my networking group? How can I improve other people's lives? Successful people are value-giving machines, and that's why they typically get the most out of life, because they give the most. If you look at, executives on these major Fortune 500 companies, or just a really successful entrepreneur, give generously to charities, okay? And obviously there's some tax benefits that you get from that, being an executive and an entrepreneur. These highly successful people give the most out of anyone, and it's not just monetarily, okay? Successful people are always looking for ways to add value to people. In return, it's almost as if the universe, or whoever you may believe in, provides them good favor and good fortune in return, because they're not takers, they're value givers. They're always asking themselves, how can I bring more value to this organization? How can I bring more value to the people I hang around? Now, something I do to try to implement that into my life is I give out a lot of free game. I especially with my background in finance, that's obviously a field that a lot of people are uneducated. A lot of my friends come to me with questions about the stock market and things like that, and I provide them my knowledge, and I don't charge for it. I don't, because I realize that, hey, that's this knowledge that I have needs to be shared and needs to be given, because it can help people. And in return, I feel like that I do receive favor in this world because of the things that I give. Successful people always seek to add value into situations rather than finding out what they can take from the situation. Number 4 on our list of 5 things that successful people do. Number 4 is very, very, very important. Number 4, successful people create. They create. Successful people are trailblazers, okay? Successful people are always looking for opportunities to create, to put their own influence into this world, and whatever it is that they're doing, whatever their expertise is, whatever their passion is, they're always looking for opportunities to create things. I would almost argue that it comes second nature to these successful people. I feel like the people who I know that are wildly successful in this world are always looking for opportunities to create, looking for opportunities to optimize, and looking for opportunities to put their ideas out there on a platform for people to consume. They're creators more than they are consumer. And that's very, very important. They are creators more than they are consumer. The majority of people on this planet Earth are consumer. The people who actually reach a level of success that we deem admirable are the people who have trailblazed their own path and created some type of network where they're providing value to the general public in whatever their area of expertise is. So successful people are always looking for new ways to create, optimize, and change things. Honestly, I truly believe this is a trait that just comes natural. If you listen to a lot of entrepreneurs or wildly successful men and women out there, people such as a Warren Buffett, they've been doing things since they were young. Whether it was going door to door in their local neighborhood to cut grass, trading things on these forums like eBay, selling things on Facebook. Successful people, you always notice that they've been doing these things, almost for their entire life. You know, it almost comes innate to them. So personally, you know, and I've obviously still have a long way to go, and I'm on my journey just as much as you guys are, which is why this platform is so important. But me personally, I've always enjoyed the process of creating. When I was in college, I created a investment club. Being very new into finance, I wanted to surround myself with like-minded individuals who carried that same interest. So I created an investment club. I've always just enjoyed creating things and coming up with new ideas and executing on those ideas. Number 4 on our list, like I said, successful people enjoy creating. They love to create new things. Last but not least, the 5 things that successful people do. Number 5, successful people take care of themselves. Now, why is taking care of yourself so important? Why do successful people take care of themselves? If you're not taking care of yourself, how can you take care of others? If you're not taking care of yourself, how can you create? How can you do all the other things that we just named on this list? If your health is out of order, if you're not in shape, if you're not thinking clearly because you haven't gotten enough sleep or whatever it may be, how can you go out in the world and truly execute and create these ideas and network and bring value to people? It's just simply not possible, right? Successful people take care of themselves first so they can take care of others, so they can bring their value and bring their vision into the marketplace in the most effective way possible. Some of the things that I know that successful people do that I also implement in my own life: meditation. And I'm going to do a whole video series on meditation in my experience and a kind of meditation I do. Meditation is just a small example of something that you can do on a day-to-day basis to where you're providing yourself, more stability in your life, a clearer mind. You're kind of decluttering your mind, and that trickles down into your business, okay? It makes you operate your business better. It makes you make better business decisions. They make you go to the gym. I know a lot of successful entrepreneurs who frequent the gym at least, like I say, 5 times out of the week. They're hitting the gym, and it's not just to have a chiseled 6-pack abs or a big bulky chest, or big traps or big body. It's not just about that. It's really more of a mental thing. It's more about disciplining themselves and just self-care, okay? Successful people take care of themselves. And once again, how can you not take care of yourself and then want to go out and deliver value to the market? It's incongruent, So if you're going to be someone out there on a platform, delivering a message and trying to add value to others, you need to add value to yourself first. And that means taking care of yourself, good hygiene, hitting the gym, meditation, whatever it is that you need to do to make sure that your machine is optimized and running at its best and full ability, so that the work you put out will be a mirror and a reflection of the work that you do within yourself. All right, so there you guys have it. The 5 things that successful people do. Successful people take risk. Successful people network. Successful people add value. Successful people create and enjoy the process of creating. And successful people take care of themselves. If you found value in this video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. My goal is to continue to bring amazing content to the YouTube platform and really build a tribe of elite millennials who are crushing it, going after their goals, hustlers, hard workers, and who will not stop until they reach that underlying goal of success, whatever they may be for you. Let's keep hustling, guys. Elite Millennials, your boy Rare. Peace.